Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, your guide through the latest happenings in the world of business. Access Financial Services Limited has advised the Jamaica Stock Exchange that Executive Chairman Mr. Marcus James requested a one-year leave of absence from his role effective June 27, 2024. Access Financial Services has further advised that the request was granted and Mr. James will continue to serve on the board during his leave of absence. Mr. Michael Shaw has since been appointed the new chairman of the board of Access Financial Services. Access has also advised that the board has appointed Mrs. Charmaine Boyd Walker as the chairman of the Audit and Risk Management Committee. As we continue to rebuild from Hurricane Beryl, there are various charities stepping in to help. Businesswoman and ambassador for the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, Celia Lynn, shares the work that she's been doing with Michael Leachin, Hardware and Lumber, and other agencies. Welcome, Mrs. Lynn.
Thanks for having me, Denise.
Okay, great. Now, you've been touring the island. You've been looking at what's happening with Beryl. What are the pressing needs that you're seeing?
Well, there are a lot of pressing needs, but touring Treasure Beach, what struck us and what we have decided to focus on mainly is roofing.
Okay.
Providing shelter.
Yes.
Right? So we know we're going to designate 75% of our funds that we raise to roofing.
Yes.
And we're going to prioritize, we're going to say the elderly first, and then the disabled, and then the children. So that's how our money is going to be spent for the roofing project. But we also realized that they had no water. So this is really not our remit, but we decided that we got matching funds to buy a huge generator that is now at the pumping station in Newell, and that's giving water to Treasure Beach.
Okay, and Newell is in St. Elizabeth.
That correct.
Yes.
I was learning that too. I didn't know how Treasure Beach is divided into different areas, because we also visited Great Bay, and the devastation, Denise, is just horrendous.
Right.
You know, seeing concrete GPS poles down, the fisher folk, the agriculture, because St. Elizabeth is our breadbasket.
Yes.
And we visited some of the fields as well. We couldn't do everything.
Right.
We were there from 9 o'clock until after 2. And that was enough, believe me.
Wow. Yes. So to be clear, the NCB Foundation is partnering.
Correct.
Yes, and you're going to focus on getting people shelter. And even though the foundation really focuses on education, you said, listen, the people need water.
Yes.
And so you got the electricity through a generator there. I thank you so much for this interview. And just before we wrap up quickly, why is partnership so important to you?
Well, partnerships are important because we're partnering, because I said 75% of the funds to roofing and little peripheral areas like that, but 25% is going to agriculture.
Okay.
And Jamaica Social Stock Exchange is our partner because they're so good at monitoring funds. They're going to help us raise matching funds to be able to execute.
Yes.
I saw a young farmer whose cantaloupe and watermelon, the best watermelons come from Treasure Beach. It was decimated. And he just was, what I couldn't get over, Denise, people were just saying, okay, let's get up and go. Let's fix this.
Yes.
And Minister Floyd Green was with us. Chairman Michael Leachin was there as well. And I said, $100,000, if I can get that matched by NCB Foundation, this could get this young farmer back on his feet. So I said, okay, the Lynn Family Foundation is going to give it to the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange because they're going to make sure it reaches to him, and this will help at least one life. And every mickle makes a muckle.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lynn. During trading for the period July 16, 2024, the following companies represent the top 3 most active stocks that investors bought and sold on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 1,926,889 units, amounting to 16.65% of the market volume in terms of equity sales. Fiberglass manufacturer JFP Limited with 1,750,054 units, amounting to 15.12% of the market volume in terms of equity sales. Alternative energy provider Wigton Wind Farm Limited ordinary shares with 1,557,209 units, amounted to 13.46% of the market volume in terms of equity sales. Over on the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange, trading on July 16, 2024, registered a volume of 236,464 shares, crossing the floor of the exchange, valued at 1,356,056 Trinidad and Tobago dollars and 32 cents. Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 166,221 shares, changing hands for a value of 646,599 Trinidad and Tobago dollars and 69 cents, followed by Massey Holdings Limited with a volume of 41,119 shares being traded for 149,096 Trinidad and Tobago dollars and 64 cents. Moving from the money moves of investors, executives, and companies on the regional stock markets, we turn to the Forex market. On July 16, 2024, the Bank of Jamaica reported that US $42.56 million was bought from Forex traders, while US $68.8 million was sold to Forex traders. Buying directly from the Bank of Jamaica, foreign currency traders sold the US dollar for $157.14 and bought the US dollar for $155.72. The difference between the buy and sell rate was $1.42, which represents a profit for Forex traders for every US dollar traded. Canadian Forex traders earned a trading profit of $1.95 from transactions with the Bank of Jamaica. The Canadian dollar was sold at $116.02 and bought for $114.07. For traders looking at the British pound, they pocketed a profit of $8.93, selling it for $204.52 and buying it for $195.59. For the credit report tip of the day, we're talking about migration. And it's summertime and many persons use the opportunity to move to a new country. Now, the key factor that we found that can ease this transition is having a strong credit score. So building a new credit history in a new country can be challenging. So a strong credit score from your home country can help you to obtain local credit cards with better terms and benefits until you settle in your new location. And with that, we wrap up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams. Appreciate your company. Stay well informed, stay ahead of the curve. Until our next update, take care.